Hello, everybody. I'm Bryan,
And I'm Bryan.
and this is Bryan versus Bryan. The VS, baby. Episode 120. Get it now. Get it here. Get it while it's hot. It's Smile, baby. Smile. 2022. So just released not too long ago, September 30th. Now on Paramount Plus, 45 days after theatrical release. This thing was set to be a Paramount Plus movie, but what was it? Critical or rave reviews, user reviews, and preview test screenings sent it to the theater.
Aw, snap.
Whoa. So this movie made, I think right now it's like $218 million to $17 million budget.
I had it up. Let me go back. I don't know if it was quite, or at least on Box Office Mojo, it says something differently. Maybe. Oh, 200. Yeah, you're right. That's worldwide. Domestic, it's
Made
103.
about 108
Yeah.
US, but that doesn't matter. We're going to look at the totality of the cash, right?
Yes.
218 to 17. That's some like Blair Witch style.
Yeah.
Not quite, but it's pretty good. So it was number one at the box office. It beat Bros. How? Whoa, how? Nobody went to see Bros.
Yeah.
That guy is funny, but that movie looked terrible.
Yeah.
I'm going to Billy Irish. I don't know his name, but he's the guy who walks down the street and talks to people. He's hilarious.
Billy on the street.
Yeah, that was funny. But this Smile had the box office the weekend it came out, slightly overperformed, and then the next weekend it was still number one, and it had like the second lowest horror film drop off of all time, next to Get Out. Was number
Nice.
one, second. Yeah, so that's pretty good. Slight drop off. Good word of mouth, obviously. Mouth, smile. Coincidence? I think not. So, based on the short film, Laura Hasn't Slept. I need to go watch that now.
Yeah, I want to watch that too.
Find that on YouTube. What's the girl's name? Rose. So she's what the hell is she? A therapist, doctor, psychiatrist. She works in an emergency room for crazies. I've never heard of this. Like it's just an ER, but crazies. Typically they go to a normal ER. This town has a specific mental health emergency department, which is weird. I've never seen one of those. So she works there underneath Kumar.
Yeah. Cal Penn.
Yeah. So she works there. We first see her with the patient, the big burly hairy guy. You're gonna die. You're gonna die. You're gonna die. You're gonna die in there.
Yeah. It's weird. Like, mom's gonna die. I'm gonna die. Mom's gonna die. My sister's gonna die.
Yeah.
Just like a rambling.
So he always says, he never says you're gonna die, right? So that's
Yeah.
He always says, mom's gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. So and then she sees another girl who comes in. Who's really kind of scaredy, against the wall. She comes in, the girl's like, it's okay, have a seat, we're gonna talk. Girl's like, no, I ain't talking. Not today. So she says, and then she starts talking immediately. She's like, I don't want to talk. Fine, here's the whole story, lady. All right, you wanted it, here it is. So she says, she sees it everywhere. What do you see? I see it wears people's faces like a mask. It hides as people I know, and it has a smile, but it's not a good smile. It's a scary, bizarre smile.
Yeah.
Like Arnold smiling in the bloopers for T2. Doesn't quite know what to do. She says she witnessed her college professor murder himself. Or not, it's not a murder. Commit suicide.
Yeah. Bludgeon himself with a hammer.
Yeah, with a hammer. She's like, it's a quick way to go. Hammer.
Hammer time.
That seems like a good way to go. And she's just really freaked out. And she sits down and I know I don't think she ever sits down, but all of a sudden, what did she say? She's like, what was it, like the lights came off and then went on or something, and then she was like, oh my god, it's here or something. I can't remember, but now she's looking at her all freaked out, like she's a crazy smile person, and she oh yeah, then the lights went out, and the lights came back on. She's like, the room's kind of empty. It's like, oh shit, it's kind of creepy.
Mm-hmm.
And then the girl, I think she was over by the. She broke a pot.
Yeah, she like because they're sitting facing each other, and when the patient
Yeah.
sees the face, we don't actually see it. It happens kind of off screen. She like jolts back into the back of the room and like starts flailing around on the floor, and then I
It
think
knocks a
the
pot off of
doctor,
the like table, right?
yeah, the doctor
And she
like
like kicks
scoots
off.
away to the other side of the room.
Mhm.
Yeah,
So there's a broken pot on the ground now, flower pot type thing, and so lights kind of go off, go back on. And she's standing there, the smile, and she's got a piece of ceramic, and there's a hey, what? Rose is like, what do you hey now? You doing with that ceramic? Okay, you know how many ceramic deaths are caused every year? Dozens. So then she kind of takes it and goes from her cheek, right, and she just slashes down through her neck, kind of deep,
yeah.
kind of like she's crazy or something.
While she's smiling, the smile never
Yeah,
breaks. Just
never
fucking eerie.
breaks. And then she's just gushing blood. Ran out of blood. Boom, kind of falls over. All the blood's gone now. And that's our first death. That's a pretty cool way to start it. I was like, ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and then a good sign of a good movie is like me and Jesse were enthralled. We're like, okay, let's see where this goes here. And then you get a title card.
Yeah. Like the
like,
techno synth beat.
It's like so when you play a sick ass video game and it's like you get like an hour in and then it fucking tells you the name of the. I was like, God damn, that's the intro. Woo! Dang.
It's like The Departed. I think The Departed title comes in like literally like 45 minutes into that movie. It's like, here's DiCaprio, here's Damon, here's Nicholson. You got all the pieces. Here we go. Now we're gonna start the movie. It's kind of like that.
Yeah, I was like, we just looked at each other like, title? Woo! We haven't even started yet, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was pretty sweet. What was this guy's name who directed this? Parker Finn. So he made the short film. He hasn't really done anything else, I don't think. I think this is kind of like his debut for like a feature.
Yeah, kind of it's a very good scene. The way it's shot, like you're just waiting for something to happen. Like it gets like awkward. There's like a lot of wide stuff, and it kind of pushes into like close-ups of the face. I don't know, just like the way it's shot is kind of unsettling. There's one pet peeve I have. The scene you're describing, where like after she already kind of is flailing around the ground, and the lights go out, or I don't know, something happens, but the doctor has her back up against the wall, and she's sitting down, and then the movie cuts to like a POV, and it's like showing where the girl was, and then it kind of like slowly pans. You see the broken glass, and it slowly pans, and then like the woman's just standing in front of her smiling. It's like in reality, you would just look in front of you, and there's a person there. Like you don't have to like scan the room to like, oh shit, I didn't see you standing right in front of me.
Where are you? Yeah, this movie has a real interesting style to the way it's shot and filmed, and I like it a lot.
Yeah.
It kind of reminds me of The Shining a little bit in the way it pans, it does sweeping motions. But then it also does a lot of weird stuff, like big, wide traveling shots upside down.
Oh yeah.
And then spinning, and those are really cool. I just thought this has a really cool style. I really like the way it was shot and the camera work in it.
Agreed.
So what happens after that? Caesar killed. Oh yeah, and then she goes home to her fiance. They're chatting. Yeah, this girl killed herself in front of me. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. That's like all he says. Anyways, what's for dinner?
Trevor. Fucking
Fucking
Trevor.
Trevor. What a fucking tool.
Yeah. I do like that
Oh,
scene. That's probably one of the most effectively eerie moments of the movie where like she's in the kitchen. And I think she's drinking wine.
oh
And
yeah,
she like
yeah.
looks over to her left and there's just a woman shrouded in
Shadow.
darkness, smiling like a shadow, and it's just like holds on this creep. I'm like, ah, fuck that.
Yeah. And it's just that girl.
Yeah.
Most of the time, it's that girl
Hmm.
from the who committed suicide. Yeah, that was creepy as fuck. And she drops the glass, and it happens later.
Yeah,
Did you
that's
break
pretty
another
good.
glass? How many fucking glasses are we gonna break this week, bitch? Damn, we only bought the 10-pack. Come on now.
Now we have 8. God damn it.
That was funny. It's just every time. You think she'd learn to get a plastic tumbler? Or...
Uh,
and she always pours like that little fucking sliver of wine.
oh yeah, I'm like come on.
And then just drinks it. And then just has an empty glass the whole damn scene. You're
Yeah.
asking for trouble. You got an empty glass. Fill the bitch. You don't got to keep going back to the bottle. Like, she takes it like a shot. And then just holds it. It's like, I don't
Yeah.
even enjoy this. I got to do it as quick as possible.
Yeah, I
Usually-
noticed that too. And then there's one quick scene. I think it's in that scene before you see the crazy lady in the kitchen. But she has the fridge open and she's like holding it with one arm. And she's like trying to get the cork out. And she uses her mouth and she's like pouring she's like right on the fridge. Like just shut the fridge, go to the table, and like a normal person pour it, put it back in the fridge. You're making it more difficult than it needs to be.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. So she kind of explains a little bit to him. At this point, it's not too crazy. She's seeing the woman. She's kind of repressing that. She's not, she's okay. I saw something crazy. Not gonna think too much into it. I think she goes back to work. Has some more like flashback type stuff at work, right?
Yeah, I think that guy charges her and starts saying you're gonna die, but it's kind of unclear whether that even happens because there's like a weird cut where like he's charging at her outside the room, and then when she calls for help and they rush in, he's actually on the bed, like kind of flailing around saying no. So it's kind of unclear whether he even did that. I got the intention that he was just laying in bed and she just had a vision and she freaked the fuck out and got him in trouble for no reason. But yeah, that kind of sets her off.
I think that's what happened. She goes by. She goes by, and he's doing the smile as she walks by. Wait a minute, motherfucker! Walks back, and then he's like, "You're gonna." He said, "You're gonna die," or something, right? You're gonna die.
Yeah.
You're gonna die. Yelling, and he never says "your." It's always about him and his family. He's very self-centered.
Mm-hmm.
But now he's saying you. He's including us, the audience. It's delusion. And so she's like worried about it. And yeah, he kind of gets up and walks at her, and then it jump cuts after she screams for help with security, and then he's back on the bed. Security kind of grab him. He's on the bed. But so, yeah, I don't think he did any of that.
Yeah.
And then her boss has to talk to her, saying, I don't think he was doing anything. I don't think that was necessary. I think you need to take a week off. Maybe just because you saw someone, slit their throat open, you might have thought he was being dangerous, but he wasn't. I don't know. Just take a week off. I don't want to take a week off. This is my life. I'm not asking. I'm telling. So get the fuck out of here. Okay? Clean your shit out. Go. And then she goes. And I think we've already established at this point she has a sister. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. They go to dinner. Yeah.
They go to dinner. And then they make the sister and the sister husband very unlikable.
Yeah.
Very unlikable. Why would you be a doctor if you're not going to fucking rake in the cash? Duh. And then Trevor, she'll help anybody for free, okay?
God damn it.
And then the sister's like, why don't you sell the fucking house? It just sits there, okay? We're raised in the house. It's a piece of shit. Ah. And then finally she's like, why don't you shut the fuck up? And then they get served their food, and the husband of the sister, but looking forward to this steak. It's like, it's the fucking most awkward fucking scene.
Yeah, it's pretty. Yeah, the moment because I think it cuts into her, like in the middle of a conversation they're having with the sister, and it's just like everything that comes out of her mouth is just awful, like cringeworthy.
Yeah, it's just a scene to establish she has a sister.
Yeah.
She has a kind of an asshole husband. They're both kind of assholes, and they have a son who has a birthday coming up, who she was invited to. She said she wasn't going to go. So that's why the scene exists.
Yeah. Oh, and the house, because the house comes up. Yeah,
that's about it. The house that they inherited that neither of them stay at. Okay. Now that's out of the way. We can. That scene. We need a scene here. Get this stuff across. Would be the most effective way. I'm thinking like a medium table shot. I get over the shoulder type of thing. Yeah. Maybe circle over it, upside down over the table. You think?
Look at Mr. Short Film over here. Big shot.
Shot from the perspective of the steak, I'm thinking, right? And then all of a sudden, in the middle of the scene, you get slathered in A1. Wow, he's a visionary, this guy.
Yeah.
He's the next fucking Cameron. So, we established all that. Dang, what happens next? It's just kind of hard to remember the plot points or how they kind of convey into each other, because a lot of this movie is nothing. A lot of this movie isn't much. It's just a fucking psychological torment to this girl Rose, and this girl who plays Rose is very good. I thought. I mean, I felt the tension. I was getting a little.
Yeah, she's great. Especially like as an actor, you have to just be scared like for like 90% of the movie and just have like facial reactions. I think, and she's a bacon. She's a bacon.
Yeah. And like touching her face is just like, she's very, very good at that. So I was on board, and it was very unnerving and unsettling. Anyways, let's get to the nitty gritty, okay? So nothing much happens until she starts getting a little bit more freaked out. I think she has another episode before the birthday party of dropping a glass, right? Is that before the birthday party?
Yeah, that's where she wakes up in the middle of the night and she replays the audio of the interview she has with the patient.
Dumbasses always doing that. It's like, oh my god, that was fucking scary. Like there's a demon or something. I'm gonna go listen to it in the dark alone.
Yeah,
that'll help my mind. That'll help me get over it. And then they're always like rewinding a certain part. The devil, the devil,
yeah,
the devil. Oh shit! I think they said the devil. This helps me a lot. There's always that scene. Yeah, just replaying it for no fucking reason. And then she's like replaying a certain part where there's nothing said, and I was like, I don't hear anything, bitch. What are you doing?
Yeah.
There's no like spike in the audio either. So I don't know what she was doing right there, and I don't remember if they ever really. Do you remember what that was in the audio?
I don't remember. It was just something very faint. But by the time we, I think she even like leans closer into the computer, which makes no sense because she has headphones on. She's like, dee, 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 dee. It's like you already done it 3 times.
You're playing.
Yeah, just like that. But before we even know what it is, there's the jump scare happens where like someone yells Rose in her ear or something, and then she like jolts back.
Rose.
Yeah.
Oh no! Another glass, not again! and then the fucking fiance comes in. Son of a bitch! Again? He just walks out. God damn! Fucking white folks.
Yeah, breaking glass. Oh shit! Wait, now I'm confused. I think the breaking of the glass, because there's, like you said, the law is just kind of melds into one thing. Because it's just like as slowly she gets kind of attacked in these small little moments. But there's another moment at night where her security alarm goes off, and then she gets like a phone call from the security. I think that's because she's drinking wine in the kitchen. The alarm goes off, and then she drops the glass, and then she's like, poking around her house, and nothing's there. Gets the call from the company. Hey, do you need an emergency, or what's your code word? or whatever,
Yeah.
Athena, and
No,
then
Acapulco.
Acapulco, yeah.
Acapulco.
She says it like that. Does a little shimmy. It's Acapulco.
My name is Rose Batario, and it's Acapulco.
Should be broken glass. But yeah, then they find out that like, yeah, I don't remember what scares her in that moment, but she gets another phone call and she realizes the call she just had wasn't real.
Yeah, that was some cool stuff.
Yeah.
Right? How they start doing that occasionally. It's like, so there's no one. You're alone in the house, Rose. And she's like, yeah. Are you sure? What did you just say? Are you sure you didn't let something in?
Yeah. Oh yeah, it was like turn around. And then like the shots
Yeah.
behind her head, I'm like, oh man, you gotta fucking do this to me right now.
Turn around. Yeah, it's very Scream-esque. And then she's like,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do it. If I don't do it, it's not there. You better turn around. I mean, the door's open. We've established that. Yeah. And then the cops come, check the whole house. Yeah, I didn't see anything, so we're gonna go. Okay. Have a good night. Don't worry, this happens all the time.
Yeah.
It's a false. So it's what they call a false alarm in the business. Okay? Anyways, Acapulco. Acapulco. And during that scene, they cut back, and all of a sudden, she's got a little fucking umbrella in her glass and a slice of pineapple on it.
Yeah.
So then Trevor shows up. This is a strange reaction to the police being outside your home and your fiance out there talking to them. Pulls up. Doesn't like yell anything. Doesn't really say anything. Kind of walks up to her. Everything okay?
Yeah.
No, it's great. Everything's great. It's like, wouldn't you be like, pull up?
Yeah.
And be like, no, are you okay? What's going on? You didn't even speak to the police.
Yeah.
Black folks don't fuck with the police. You didn't even ask them what's going on. Like, he just walk by, looks the other way. Act casual, okay? I'll ask her. I'm not asking them. Yeah, I thought that was kind of a strange reaction. You wouldn't at least say to the cops, "Hey, what's going on?"
Yeah.
So that's that. And then I think she's having. She said, I think at this point she's had visions of her mom's death. She witnessed her mom's suicide at a young age, about 7 or 10. 10. She was 10. And she keeps having these visions. She goes into the room with pills and all sorts of booze and cigarette butts. Just a lot of unsavory things. And her mom's laying there dying and puking. So we keep replaying that, and then we'll get more information about that near the end. But I think that about brings us to the party. I hope.
Yeah.
Birthday party. Oh yeah, and she all the while was established she had a cat. Named Mustache.
Mustache? Yeah. Jesus.
And,
sorry, I just completely for no reason I've just become out of focus. Sorry for all you audio listeners out there, but
an artistic choice.
Yeah.
Ooh,
it's fucking weird.
You filmed this on an iPhone or what? That's cool. Look at that. So she had a cat named Mustache. And about the police security stuff, he kind of goes missing. And she's always trying to find him. And Mustache, oh my god, I don't know where he is. Anyway, so now she's off of work. She couldn't go to the nephew's birthday party because she had work, and now she can. So she's like, okay, I'm gonna do this, get my mind off of this crazy stuff. So she goes to the ye old timey train shop, right? Every town's got one. It's a strange gift for a little 7-year-old boy.
It's like that store from Home Alone 2 that he goes to in New York that has like that fucking all that train shit. Not as extravagant, obviously, but that's what it reminded me of.
And it's all like, it's all like one-off pieces. You buy something, it's not even in a box. It's like if she buys this metal choo-choo, like, oh, he'll love that if he's from 1929.
Yeah.
And then the guy has to wrap it in paper and put it in a box. It doesn't even come in its own box. It's like a fucking it's like buying a toy from Hallmark Collectibles. Here it is. Don't touch it. You might. It's very sharp. It's metal. So yeah, she gets the gift, takes it to the party, shows up at the party. The unlikable sister answers the door. Oh, hey, I thought you had to work. I don't have to work now. Well, fucking come in. All right. Welcome to the party. Here. And then she's got her friends over there. Girls, show her to the booze. I'll put the gift away, okay?
Oh yeah, something like when she walks in, the husband's like bringing out cake. She's like, "No, get that out there. We're not doing that right now." And she's like, "Take care of my friend. When I go fuck with my husband real quick." Like, Jesus.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I don't think anything happens in the party till something happens in the party, right? It's just kind of shots of people having fun. Oh yeah, he's blowing out his candle. Got some crazy fucking burn down the house fucking candle.
Yeah, so Jesus.
Jesus Christ, Mom! Melting his face. I'm afraid of fire. So yeah, he starts opening the presents. All right, yeah, sweet. Fucking GoBots.
Yeah, it was like a huge super soaker, like fucking massive.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, V-Bucks. All right, Mom.
Roblox.
And then she hands him the gift that Rose bought. Here, this one's from your aunt. Rose is patiently watching, and he opens up the gift, and he looks inside, and he's kind of face goes white as a ghost, baby, and he's just staring in this box, and we're kind of like, what the fuck? As an audience, what's going on here? Why is he staring in that box? That's a choo-choo train. He hates trains? I knew it. He hates trains. Told you he wasn't gonna like that stupid fucking train. Anyways, and now Rose is kind of looking like, what the fuck? And he reaches in, and then he pulls out a fucking dead cat by the fucking neck gruff.
Oh my god, so fucked up.
Yeah, freaks
the fuck out. Yeah.
Yeah, everyone's freaking the fuck out. She's like, no, you have to believe me. I didn't do this. I didn't fucking do this. And I mean, it's an extreme situation, an extreme thing to happen, but that reaction of hers seemed a little disingenuous. I don't know. People would. The first thing you do is yell, "You gotta believe me!" to the whole party. You wouldn't be like first, like, "What the fuck?" Like reacting with them. You know, that's my fucking cat. Like very sad or something. I don't know. It just seemed a little weird. It was a very unnerving scene, though. And then she looks over while this is happening, and people are screaming and going crazy, and she's screaming. She looks over, and the girl who killed herself is sitting in the chair, and I like this touch in a nice like party dress that someone would be wearing at the party. I did that to your cat, bitch. And so this is cool stuff about this. It's like what's real and what's not. Kind of like it reminds me of Blair Witch 2. When you're like, what's real and what's not?
Yeah.
You don't know because she obviously went to the toy shop. She had the box of the choo-choo train. It's the same box, but there's no train in it. So what happened? You know, we're left to wonder how this went down, which is pretty cool, I thought.
Yeah.
And after that, well, what the hell happened after that? I don't remember.
Yeah, I think she's basically at the point where like everyone around her does not believe. Like she's tried to reach out to her fiance. He's not really buying it. I think she even reaches out again to her sister. There's like a scene on their porch or her porch.
Oh yeah,
Um,
that was weird.
and
Like, no,
yeah.
listen, you got to believe me. It's a spirit uh, possessing me, and it's like, okay, why would you need go to your sister who just had this traumatic experience? Oh, listen, bitch, really?
Yeah.
Like, probably not the best time or place to do that. That was weird.
But that eventually leads her to an ex-boyfriend who's a cop who was investigating the first murder, the patient that opens the movie. We kind of established they've had a history together, and so he's like her last resort. Um, and I'm trying to figure out how she found out that. Oh, how the fuck did she knew that that patient saw her. Hey, I'm back. She knew that her patient saw her professor commit suicide, and then she kind of, I don't know how she got or followed the breadcrumbs to figure
She
out.
went to the professor's wife's house,
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. Yeah.
and she was telling him the whole week leading up, he was acting very strange. He's drawing these smiling pictures, and then she finds out it was that damn conference where that person killed himself in front of my husband. That's when it happened. No one talks about that. She's like, so suicide, okay.
Yeah.
Now we got a mystery here. So she goes to her former lover, who was the cop, who interviewed her from the beginning, and goes to his apartment and says, "Hey, look these people up." And he, without much gruff, does. Well, let me get in the police database for personal mystery here. Okay, no problem.
Yeah.
I mean, we're cool, right? And so they find out. They find out like a couple of deaths beyond that, right? A couple more, just this witness a suicide, you kill yourself in front of another person and another person, and they only go back on maybe another two. And it's funny. It's like, what is that? Is that a file? That's an MP4. Click it. There's all these fucking little videos and shit about it. Was he smiling? Oh my god,
Yeah,
weird.
pause it.
Strange. Zoom in. Enhance.
Yeah.
It's not a thing. That's not a real thing. Um,
Also, I mean, I'm not a cop, but I would imagine that a cop can't access that from a home computer. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that's something you can't do on your laptop. But I would think that they would restrict that. But hey.
I did. I was like, man, why you just stop then? And she's like, she's had enough. She's convinced. It's like, don't you? I'd be like, no, we'll go back. Keep going.
Let's see how far this goes.
Let's follow this thing to the 1930s or something. You know what I mean? But no, she stops. He leaves. Shit. Oh, I think in that, right? In that, they find out that one guy didn't commit suicide.
Right.
In
Right.
this chain. That's what she finds out. One guy didn't commit suicide in the chain. He murdered someone. And but then she leaves his house, but eventually she has to get back with him to say, I want to talk to that guy in jail. So how did that happen? There's something missing in between.
Yeah, there's something because I remember. Yeah, like you said, they only discover like two in that scene, right? And then she leaves. I don't remember what happens after that, but the cop comes back eventually, and he's like, "Hey, I was kind of doing some more digging after you left because you're a fucking pussy."
Yeah.
And then he's like, "It's like I found out it goes further."
He was like, you didn't tell me this was connected to the person
Yeah.
you saw. And then it's like, what's going on, Rose? Do you have a demon in you? You gotta tell me if you do, the demon's required. So let's get moving forward. So she uses his influence to take her to the jail where this guy is housed for murder. The only guy in the chain that didn't commit suicide. And he goes and what's funny is like they're talking to the correctional officer before they go in the room. So I just want to ask him some questions. Well, he's like a box of Fruit Loops. Good luck. And then she goes in there. Hi, my name is Professor Cotter. I'm na. And then he's like, "Oh, how you doing?" And he's
Yeah.
pretty normal. Good luck with that box of Fruit Loops. You know,
Uh,
seemed perfectly willing to speak
yeah, it
to
seemed
us.
pretty normal to me. Yeah.
That guy's just
Uh,
mean. Anyways, she's like, "Please, you gotta help." She makes it seem like it's not for her. I have this friend.
yeah, I'm asking for a friend.
It's not me. It's not
Uh,
me. It's a friend. But okay, let's just say, hypothetically, this friend, had a smiling demon in there. Hypothetically. Now, let's say hypothetically, you once had that same smiling demon, but you didn't kill yourself. Now, hypothetically, what did you do? So, so he's like, "Oh my god, you gotta. There's only one way to get rid of it." He's like, "This thing feeds on trauma and fear. It doesn't stop killing." And it doesn't do much killing. It kills like the fucking subject, and
yeah,
it doesn't need
pretty
a lot of
tame.
blood. As far as horror movies go,
Yeah.
you would think it'd just be going out killing everybody. Anyways, he's like, "Yeah, it feeds on fear, and it's got to be the only way to. You have to give it a death. If you don't want it to be your own death, you got to give it a death, and it's got to be brutal. Tell her she has to kill someone, and there has to be a witness, because it has to jump to the next person, and tell her to make it as bloody and as gruesome as possible." And this guy's just like explaining, like, "This is how I did it. And I'm happy I did it." Like, you got to find someone real innocent, like a baby or something, and then just really give it to him. I was just like, "What the fuck?"
And make sure someone's watching.
Yeah, and make it real gruesome, like. And then I think she says, "I can't kill somebody." Wait a minute, you have it? Get the hell out of here!
Yeah.
Bring that shit back here! Ah!
Oh, there's the Fruit Loops. All right, there it is.
Here we go. Here we are. There's the guy I know. Get her the fuck out of here!
Oh god.
Like chained to the desk, like ah!
So over the top.
It's like you already passed it on, bro.
Yeah, you're good.
You're good, man. Oh my god. So yeah, that's ridiculous. You got to brutally murder someone. How did you figure that out?
Yeah.
Right? You just guessed. You just fucking. Well, I was right, wasn't I? Well, what if you were wrong? Even if you are right, it's still kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck them. I got to worry about number one, numero uno, okay?
Oh man.
I'd rather live in prison the rest of my life than be dead.
Yeah.
All right. So now, she knows that's the only way out. She's running out of time. She's got to kill herself, or not got to. She's gonna, or kill someone. And she doesn't want to do either of those things. Wouldn't you know it? She's not a team player, as we'd say. So she doesn't want to do those things. So now the restaurant scene kicks into gear. Now we're seeing foreshadowing here soon. Okay, because she has this house in the middle of nowhere, and her idea is, you know what? If no one's around, no one can witness me kill myself. So then I won't kill myself, because then it can't pass on. Fucking A. Perfect. Why didn't anyone think of this? Idiots.
You must be a college girl. Think you're pretty smart, don't you?
She's a doctor, so she's the first one to figure this out. She's got it. So she goes out to the abandoned childhood home. And this she goes out there, and I'm like, okay, this is like the Blair Witch fucking house. It's like, dude, it's only like they're only like late 30s, early 40s. These girls, maybe at the latest. And so this house has been around. She was 10, so maybe it's been sitting there 20 years. I'm guessing, and it just looks like it's been there 100 years. Everything's just fucking molded and black
Yeah.
and fucking it's fucking the Blair Witch house or Michael Myers house. You take a pick.
Yeah,
One
it's
of
like
those
The
fucking
Last of
horror
Us. You know, when
houses.
you walk around The Last of Us, there's like
Yeah, it's like
fucking trees wrapped around the fucking post.
you got fucking spores, fucking shit glistening in the fucking dust and shit.
Oh,
Step in,
man.
it's like, holy shit, this place really went to hell.
Yeah, your sister was kind of right on that one. I'll give her that.
I was like, this is bullshit, man. This is fucking, just because you didn't clean didn't make the house a fucking, Chernobyl or some shit, God dang. So mattresses are rotting out. Anyways, I thought that was ridiculous. I was like, no, come on, man. This is crazy. So spooky house and you know what? She flips the switch like, oh, the fucking lights don't work. Oh, have you been paying the electric bill for 20 fucking years that you haven't lived here? What do you think?
Yeah, why would you even try?
Yeah, the fucking lights don't work. Isn't that something? Like, I don't understand. I figured out how to beat the demon, but I don't understand how electricity works in a home. It's free, right? I swear to God, my mom paid the last bill. I thought that was strange. It's like, yeah, the lights don't work. There's a fucking tree growing in the middle of the home, and the lights don't work.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Check the smoke detectors too while you're here. That was funny. So she has to get like a fucking kerosene fucking. There happens to be some fucking kerosene lantern in the fucking garage. Some fucking reason. So lights it up. Chilling. I think she's fucking staying in the mom's room where she died. I was like, this is fucking weird. Don't do that. Don't know.
Yeah.
You're asking for trouble. And then we get some more insight on like she has a vision in the house, and all of a sudden the house, it's like back to how it was, right? And then she's walking to the mom's room like she did, opening the door. So we find out that more about what happened that day. So the mom was like, oh, baby, I made a mistake. Mom, I made a mistake, baby. I don't want to die. Get the phone. Call for help. And she's like, Rose, get the phone. Call for help. No! Shuts the door on her. Oh, shit, damn. And then the mom's kind of talking to her, why'd you let me die? You let me die. It was not my responsibility to save you. You could. I don't know.
Yeah.
You had a hand in it, I'd say. She did ask you for help. You were a monster to me. I thought this was another one of your tricks. And so we find out that Rose, had a big hand in this, like, watched her mom die without helping her.
Yeah.
So she's kind of been haunted by that. And I don't know how much of that, if anything, her sister knows about, I'm sure she didn't tell anybody about that part.
Yeah, I thought that was actually a pretty good reveal because one thing we haven't really touched on in this movie is that she clearly from the get-go has some sort of issue with, this grieving issue or trauma issue with her mom. But you just think that she, as a young kid, saw her mom die, and that's what's kind of, upsetting her every time it gets brought up. Because every time it gets brought up, she's like, her walls come up and she starts getting aggressive, like she doesn't want to talk about it. It's like that throughout the whole movie. And then you finally get to the end, you're like, oh, that's why. It's because she feels fucking responsible for not saving her mom. So that was kind of a nice reveal.
Yeah, and there's lots of little cool moments in this movie. Like, so we know that she watched her mom kill herself. And then when she's talking to the lady, the first lady who slit her throat and started the whole chain, she reveals that she watched her like grandfather die in front of her, like of suicide or something. Kind of they're the same in that sense.
Yeah.
And so it picks people who are like predisposed to this trauma. They already have like a pre-existing trauma in their lives.
Mm-hmm.
So it chooses those people because they're like weaker and easier to get to. Because it does it later on. It says, I chose your mind because it was easy.
Oh yeah.
You were weak. Now it's my mind. next week on My Knots.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm on board with this whole fucking movie so far. I'm just fucking. It's fun. It's fucking gets you anxious. It's good acting going on with the scaredness, and characters are interesting, and it does interesting things in the movie. And then it gets to the house, and, and then I don't know if I like it, but I might love it. And I was on board with it. Like all of a sudden, it turned into Blair Witch 2016 in the
Yeah.
house.
Yeah.
It turned into Blair Witch 2016. So the mom was talking to her, and she's kind of realizing this isn't my mom. This is the thing talking to me. And then some body horror. Classic horror movies now. They got to have the tall and gangly woman. And it comes out the door like every other movie. I was like, yeah, fucking A. Of course it's like this because the fucking Blair Witch is here. She comes out, Rose, chasing her around the fucking house and shit, and then starts choking her on the ground. You're mine, Rose. Your mind is mine. And then Rose like grabs her hand with one hand. It's my mind. Tears her hand away. It breaks her wrist. No!
Oh my god.
The fucking gangly arm. No! How are you doing this? Because you're also in my mind. Oh shit.
Oh
I
my
can
god.
control my mind as much as you can, Blair Witch, Mom. And then she like fucking douses her with the fucking kerosene lantern. turns into the fucking thing.
Yeah.
That was really good. That was some good ass CG monster burning. That looked good. And then the light bouncing off all pretty in the dark house. Moving around. Looked really cool. And she steps out of the house. And, flames come out the fucking windows. She's just standing there, fucking, why, yeah, my mind, bitch. And then the fucking roof collapses.
Yeah.
And then she's like, yeah, that takes care of that. It was good, man. And so she leaves and goes back to the former boyfriend cop's house and is like, do you mind if I sleep here tonight? And you just stay around me while I sleep, just so I know someone's around. Yeah, of course. And then he said, what I thought was gonna happen. It seems like it's gone. Everything's fine now. This is the end of the movie. Obviously, we'll wrap it up. I thought she was gonna go there, and we think it's over, and then she just fucking brutally kills herself in front of him. I was like, I thought that would have been a great ending.
Yeah.
The demon kind of thing makes her think it's over, and so she goes to that guy's house. Now it just fucking kind of takes over things. But that's not what happened. Would have been a cool ending. What happened was she says that to the guy. He's like, I'll be with you forever. What? What did you say?
Smile.
No! I burned you, motherfucker!
Yeah.
But before that, we should say, wait, how did that happen? Oh, no, that's later. I'm getting ahead. So, that happens. And then, she runs out of the house, his house. And then, oh shit, we're back at the fucking Blair Witch house. She never left.
She never left, yeah.
The house isn't burnt down. She looks forward. That cop's pulling up. No! Get out of here, you... No!
Yeah.
The house, locks the doors. He comes up to the door and is like, he doesn't want to break down the door or something. He's like, hello? And he hears her kind of like yelling and all this stuff. He's like, you could tell he's like, I don't know, should I break down the door? You
Yeah.
fucking think, dude? Come on, man.
You all right?
Hey, a lot of noise in there. Are you alone in
Uh,
there? So, that demon in there, is it? Doing a weird body horror thing, all gangly and woman-like, is it?
is there a tall caveman bitch in there? Nope.
And then the fucking caveman bitch comes out of the fucking back again. It's not over, Rose. Ah!
Oh my
I
god.
told you, Rose. Oh, yeah, then it does some cool fucking shit. Then it's even more like it, or not it, but the Thing. More fucking body morphin horror, Mighty Morphin Horror Rangers. And it just rips its face off. It reveals like its giant mouth. And I was like, oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, this is fucking wild.
So, yeah, I was like, what's this going on? Swinging now, dude. This is a whole different movie. And then it grabs Rose's face, rips open her fucking mouth, like, tears down her jaw.
God.
And there's like rows of fucking teeth in her mouth, like a shark now. And then when you thought the movie couldn't get any weirder, the monster's like starts going in her fucking mouth. Like get the long
Oh my
shot.
god.
The giant fucking Blair Witch going into her mouth. To complete the cycle, I guess it has to. It always happens this way, doesn't it? You know?
Yeah.
You gotta be careful who you let rip your mouth open and climb inside. He's the little boy that lives in my mouth. Yeah. So after that, he kicks in the door, and he's like, "Rose, Rose," and she's Blair Witch again. Back to him, staring at the wall, and he looks over this can of kerosene, and she's fucking pretty wet, and there's a lot of wetness around. And he's like, "Rose, what are you doing? You know, what are you doing over there? Came to take you home there." And she turns around, and she's got a fucking smile, man. She let it in her mouth. Shouldn't have done that. She's got the smile. She's got the box of matches. You know, she's fucking. I don't know why he didn't just tackle her right there. You just run after her and like, hey, what are you doing with those? Why are you so wet? What's going on here? You didn't let a demon crawl in your mouth, did you? So she lights the match, and we don't get to see it, but it just shows his horrific reaction. And then you kind of, in the reflection of his eye, see her burning. And then that's the end.
Mm-hmm.
Go, baby.
Lollipop, lollipop. That's a weird fucking.
A demon burned you. So that's it, man. I don't know, man. It was such a wild ride. I kind of loved it.
Yeah.
Even when it got fucking ridiculous at the end, I was like, "Fuck it, I'm fun. I'm in now."
Yeah.
Fuck. Fucking Blair Witch me. I don't give a shit. Hell yeah, body horror. Hell yeah. You went from like super psychological horror and just quick gross and seeing things and just intense in your own mind stuff to at the end. Like, what? That's awesome. Yeah. Like, fuck it. Let's give them everything they want. Everything they've seen. Yeah, I enjoyed it a lot. I was on board with it. Pleasantly surprised. You know, I want to say that even though I loved it, I did think, it was ridiculous. The ending was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Maybe that's a great thing, because, fuck, it is out of left field, all fucking Blair Witch body monster, whatever. It's crazy. Jesse was like, this shit went fucking ridiculous. And I was like, I don't know, kind of fucking, why?
Yeah.
You didn't like it? Come on, you didn't like the crazy straw man character?
That's kind of how I felt about the. That's kind of how I felt about the end of *Malignant*, where in the jail scene, where like the fucking the back of her head, and there's like a fight scene. I'm like, this is fucking utterly ridiculous, and I kind of love it for it.
So my final score, I was thinking a certain score, maybe in the 6s, and I was just judging it based on the quality of the movie. But usually I change my score as we talk about it because I realize what my true thoughts are.
Yeah.
And I do really like it. I thought it was fun, creative. I thought it was a great first picture. I thought it was beautifully shot. Like this guy has a definite style. It's really cool the way he does camera work. And so I'm higher now. I think I'm at like a 7.4. I really enjoyed it. 7.4.
Nice. Yeah, I'm at like a 7.7. I don't know if it's quite an 8 for me.
Wow.
But yeah, man, I thought this movie was a lot of fun and surprising. Like a horror movie called Smile, and like the trailer's just people smiling. Like, this movie's gonna be fucking stupid. And I was surprised about the critical reception in the box office. I was like, oh, okay. Um, and yeah, I felt, yeah, the acting's great. I think she plays a really good, like strung out, stressed character. You really feel through her acting how fucking crazy she looks, but she's not. I thought she did really well with that. Yeah, I think some of the jump scares are effective. Some of them don't really work and kind of ridiculous. Like there's one where she's sitting outside her sister's house in the car, and you see like her sister kind of run up to the car, and then her like
Oh
head
yeah.
swings down. I'm like, all right, there's no reason why that need to
I
happen, but
liked
okay.
that one because like, and then the little boy's like looking out the window like.
Oh yeah, I like the little boy.
She's fucking crazy, mom.
I forgot about the boy reveal. That was pretty good. But yeah, I thought it was all effective. I thought the boyfriend was like the typical boy or typical significant other in these movies that I don't believe you, and this is kind of a wasted character, but you know they got to be in there.
Yeah.
But I do think that the movie starts on such a high. It's like, you know, when you watch an action movie and they put a fucking like the dopest action scene in the beginning and the movie doesn't quite live up to it, even if it's good. It's kind of how I felt with this movie, where like that first scene was so good and effective that actually I think the cat scene was pretty good. There's not a lot of tension in that scene as much as the first one, but the climax of that scene is
Yeah, because we knew something was going on with the cat.
right,
They
yeah.
build it up a bit, but by the time that happens, you kind of forget about the cat. Because
Mhm.
the cat was like always relegated to the house.
Right.
So you don't expect the cat reveal to happen at a birthday party, especially in this way. So it was a big reveal to us. And yeah, that was a very
Yeah.
effective scene.
But yeah, overall, I really liked it. And man, I know you and I kind of talked about this a little bit through in our chat, but man, horror has been surprisingly good this year. You know, horror movies. I don't know. I watch a lot of horror movies. I love horror movies. Like one of my favorite genres. And between like this, Barbarian, Black Phone, X, Pearl, it's been a really good fucking year for horror. Typically, because like in a calendar year of horror, you maybe have two that stand out that are like very good, and the rest is just kind of like mediocre or just outright bad. But there's been a lot of just like solid horror movies this year, and not only that, but like other studios are getting involved in horror that are good, or ended up being good. Like, because when I think of horror, I think of just A24 stuff, because that's typically like the better end of the horror spectrum, and where like studio horror is not that great. But I mean, you got fucking Paramount with Smile. You have I think 20th Century Fox did Barbarian. I think even Disney played their hand with horror with Multiverse of Madness and Werewolf by Night. And you know, and Black Phone I think was Universal. So it's like all these studios are put out some really good horror movies this year, which is kind of rare. Typically, A24 kind of is the one. I mean, X and Pearl from A24 are also very, very, very good. And not only that, but I think Paramount's having a fucking awesome year between Top Gun and now this. I mean, I don't know what the budget of Smile was, but I imagine it was a nice profit.
Million.
Yeah. So between this and Maverick, and not only just budget wise, but just word of mouth of this movie for Paramount. So I feel like Paramount's having a pretty good year. But all that aside, yeah, I really liked it. 7.7 for me. I thought it was very enjoyable.
I know, man. 7.7 and 7.4. So yeah, pleasantly surprised. Really, really cool movie. I just saw like a trailer, I think, for a new James Wan movie, a horror movie. That looks pretty good. And I heard they're merging the James Wan's production company and what's that other one that does a lot of horror? Bloomhouse.
Huh.
Yeah, they're merging those two like big horror studios. They're still gonna have their own names, but they'll be under one umbrella. So we get some team ups.
Yeah, man. I know I've already told you ad nauseum. You're probably getting sick of it, but you gotta check out Barbarian. I think you'd really like it. I think Barbarian's better than this movie.
It's a horror movie.
It's a horror movie. It's on HBO Max. It's very, very good, and it's very funny. I think it's up your alley for sure. I strongly recommend you watching it. It's very good.
Okay. From the title, I just didn't know what kind of movie it was.
Mm.
Horror movie interests me. I thought it was Barbarian, and I'm not into that. I've already seen Conan twice, so no need to see this. Couldn't be like Conan.
Yeah.
Nobody's Conan. All right, so 7.7, 7.4. We enjoyed it, man. Go check it out. See what the word of mouth is about. This thing is crazy. It's fun.
Yeah.
Really cool. Hope this guy gets to do some other creative, cool stuff. We'll see what he does next. I'm sure he'll get more. Definitely get some opportunities out.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So made a lot of money based on just 17 million. So could you think you could make another little 17 million? You know, make it big. Make it fun. I tell you what, we'll give you an extra $1 million this time.
Yeah.
How does a budget of 18 million sound? Does that sound like something you'd be interested in? Remember that guy from Entourage, the old man? Does that sound like something you'd be interested in?
Oh my god.
Yeah, 7.4, 7.7. So you can always, as always, check us out, man, on Spotify, on Apple Music. We appreciate you coming by. Hope you have a terrific Sunday. And we're always here on YouTube, of course. So appreciate it. So until next time, till next piece, we say peace.
Peace.